Hey guys, EthDo here, and today I'm back with an all new Minecraft video. And in today's video, we'll be looking at update 1.12, the World of Colour update, recently added to PC Minecraft. While these features are not yet on console or other platforms such as Pocket Edition, these features may eventually be added to those platforms. For now at least, you need to be on PC to get this update. This update adds a brand new colour palette to the game, and generally a lot of new colourful features which we'll be looking at, as well as other additions to the game to generally smoothen out and improve gameplay. I'll be showing you all of the new crafting recipes throughout this video. Feel free to pause the video at any point to take a print screen of the crafting recipes. Hopefully, by the end of this video, you'll know how to craft all of the new features. Let's start out with the new coloured beds. Now this actually made a change not just to the original bed, but obviously of course to all of these new beds. Now back in the day we only had the red bed. Now this was typically crafted using white wool, or actually any coloured wool, above oak planks. Or any kind of planks will do actually. You could use dark oak if you'd prefer, but it doesn't actually change the look of the wood on the bed. But now you actually need to use red if you want red, and obviously white if you want white, or orange if you want orange. It's pretty self-explanatory, but back when I first started playing Minecraft, the very first bed I actually made, I used red wool to make it. And when I got a red bed, I presumed you could make different colours. I tried it with lapis and I still ended up with a red one. But now there is actually a way to get any coloured bed you like. So I will just show you an example of today's crafting recipes. I won't be going through all of them in the crafting table, but I will just show you this one as we start off. Just so you know this is 100% legitimate. And there we go, we have an orange bed there. Nice double bed going. Very nice feature. One I'm surprised that hasn't been in the game for longer. Like I say, I was playing way back in 1.3 and expected coloured beds when the first one came out red, so it's about time we've had that update. It's a really nice one, and definitely one that will improve the aesthetics of many people's builds. Talking of aesthetics, we now have plenty of new decoration blocks. This used to be the hardened clay. This is an alteration of hardened clay, which is a more decorative version, but it's actually been renamed terracotta. So to start off with, there's actually quite a few crafting recipes to get to this end stage here. So to start off with, you need to find some clay, which you can find submerged in water biomes. I mean, like lakes and rivers, obviously in the oceans as well. And you get 4 clay when you break a clay block, and then you can reassemble the clay block using all these little clay particles. Once you have that, you can then use coal or other kind of fuel sources in a furnace to smelt up your clay into terracotta. Now this used to be hardened clay, but it has now changed to terracotta. You can now then dye the terracotta to make it the colour of your choice. That used to be a feature again. That would have been blue hardened clay. It's now hardened blue terracotta. And then you need to use the furnace again using your new dyed block to get these more colourful ones. So for example, if I head into my furnace here, I chuck in some coal. This is the blue terracotta. I'll end up with a blue one like this. Of course, if you use the light blue or you use a yellow, you get different patterns. There are plenty of different patterns. I've shown you a selection here, but not all of them. Again, I've used another one up there in the build for the 1.12 sign. And there you go. They are actually really cool designs. I'm really liking the aesthetic changes here. It's going to definitely add to a lot of people's builds and allow you to make some really cool, exciting looking adventure maps and just general builds for yourself. One of my personal favourites is the arrow block, which will be especially useful for adventure maps and parkours, but they all look pretty good. I won't show you all of them because it's worth having a look for yourself and seeing all the cool different designs, but there's a taster of it there. On to our first mob, we now have the Parrot Mob. Now the Parrot Mob has 6 HP and can be found in jungle biomes. It will actually dance if you start playing music on a jukebox. The parrot can be tamed. It was originally tamed with cookies, but in real life, parrots are actually allergic to chocolate in the cookies. So it really wasn't a good idea. So Mojang has actually changed it now, so you have to tame them with seeds. I do have a video on there at the moment, but currently my video shows you using cookies, which is how it used to be. But I will be doing an updated video. The method is still the same, but what you actually hold in your hand has changed to seeds. That is very important, because not only did Mojang change it from cookies to seeds, they made cookies poisonous to parrots, more in line with the real life thing that would happen, I guess, if you fed a parrot a chocolate cookie. So I'm a bit annoyed with Mojang changing it to so quickly for the cookie to kill the parrots, because of course people like myself have learnt to use cookies And when I started playing on one of the other snapshots recently, I actually killed my parrot because I logged on and tried to tame it using a cookie. And little did I know, they changed the method, and suddenly my parrot was dead. So don't use cookies, whatever you do. Moving on to some more blocks, we now have some more colour blocks, as if we didn't have enough new colour blocks in this update. This is of course the World of Colour update, so it's only understandable. This is concrete, and you can get a couple of different varieties here. You've got the concrete powder, which you can see is the ones here. It's a little bit more grainy than the polished version. The polished version is simply called just regular concrete once you get it. So if I grab one here, it's just regular concrete or concrete powder. Now the concrete powder is crafted using sand in each corner. You then make a diamond with your gravel and put the dye of your choice in the middle. You'll then get 8 concrete powder of the colour of your choice. So of course here I've got grey in the middle, I get a grey block. If you use dandelion yellow, I'll get a yellow concrete powder, and so on. Now once you have these, to turn them into regular concrete, there is actually no recipe. What you need to do is grab yourself some concrete powder and place it above water. Now these are affected by gravity, and when you place it, it will drop into the water and it will become regular concrete like this. These here haven't been exposed to water, but of course now that that one has been, it has changed to the regular concrete. Now these actually look really nice, similar to the hardened stained clay we had before, but the colour is really highly saturated. It pops off the screen very nicely, really quite bright blocks. Moving on to the last mob in this update, we have the Illusioner. Now the Illusioner doesn't currently do much. It can inflict potion effects on you, but it's only spawned using the /summon command. I will have a separate video showing you how to do that coming very soon. Other than that, there isn't really much to this one at the moment because it doesn't currently spawn. I'm sure we'll see more to this update, or to this mob, updated in the future. Now talking of the change to a colour palette, we now have completely new colours for our previously coloured objects such as banners, shulker blocks and wool. They've all been updated, and like I said, they've just increased the saturation a lot more, and it looks fantastic. I've got to say they've done a really good job of this. These blocks, the shulker blocks, I wasn't too keen on when they first added them, but they look really nice now. The colour just really pops off your screen. I'm not even using shaders, I've just got a regular Faithful texture pack, it's HD default. The colour just really comes off the screen, and you can make some really nice looking banners, and of course shulker blocks, and the wool blocks have changed too. This one is a little bit harder to notice, but they have improved them a little bit. Just really makes them look a little bit smoother, a little bit more wool-like. Very nice, and very nice colours of course. Moving on, we have actually got a change to magma blocks. Now magma blocks were added back in, I believe it was 1.10. Yes, it was 1.10, but they now actually have a use. Previously they just formed in the nether, and if you stepped on them, it actually inflicted damage upon you, like it would if you ran into a cactus. But now, as of this update, they actually burn indefinitely, in the same way that Netherrack does. So if you want to make a fireplace or a campfire, and you want your fire to stay lit, you need to use, say, magma blocks or Netherrack, of course. These can be crafted like so, with 4 magma cream. Again, that's not a new recipe, that is just an update to the use, which is quite a useful one. I'm surprised that wasn't in there to begin with, because it's a relatively simple feature to add. So why that wasn't in 1.10 I don't know, but it's very nice that it has now been added. And the last crafting recipe for today, we now actually have iron nuggets. Now iron nuggets, if you fill your crafting table with them, as you would with gold nuggets, you can make a full iron ingot. And if you take 1 iron ingot, you can convert it into 9 nuggets. As of yet, there is nothing you can do with nuggets, which seems a little bit odd. At least with the golden apples, you could make golden apples with golden nuggets. But there isn't actually a feature for this yet, which makes me wonder what they're going to do with this. I would be very surprised if they'd added this feature and then not actually done anything with it. Instead, it seems that they are eventually going to do something with this, but it won't be in 1.11, or sorry, 1.12. We're going to have to wait until at least 1.13 to see what these are actually going to be useful for. It's possible there may be a 1.12.2, which adds more of a use for these, but as of yet, they are pretty pointless. Which is a shame, because I think it could be a good feature. It could be a currency or in intervention maps. That could be the reason. Same way golden nuggets are used today. But I would like to see at least one crafting recipe come from these new iron nuggets. That is all of today's crafting recipes. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you have, do take just 1 second to hit that like button, and of course let me know in the comments which feature you're most looking forward to in today's update. Plenty of new Minecraft 1.12 videos on tutorials on the features we haven't looked at today will be up in the coming days, so if you do want to stay tuned for that, of course subscribe, and if you want to, turn on notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.